Greetings guys, Cowman here, and welcome to episode number 64 of Minecraft Alpha to 1.17. So in this video, got quite a lot of work to do on this thing, but first of all, we got another person to add to the shout-out garden today. So, today we are adding Gyration MC, obviously MC standing for Minecraft, I assume. So yeah. Let's add them here actually, just because we've got that row filled there. Actually, I think the better way to do this actually might be to spiral around here. So yeah, I'll add them here. And that is because of a nice comment that they left on episode number 61, where they said, haha, your beds were a lifesaver until you tried to sleep in the dark areas, then they were a death trap. Hap XD. It's a slightly annoying feature, but I sort of like it too. It makes skipping the night into a little bit more risky, and yeah, I can actually quite agree with you there. Obviously, it can be a little bit irritating there at the same time. But yeah, thank you for that comment, and here is your shout out. So, in today's video, our main goal is to try and get as much done on this thing as possible, and I've decided that in this video, because I kind of want to get like a good idea of how big this thing is sort of going to be, we're going to mainly be focusing on the frame actually. So yeah, I've got quite a lot of wood. I've got more than 3 stacks even. And yeah, and I've also replanted a lot of trees over there, as you can see. So yeah, let's get going then. So I'm going to start over here actually. And also, you might have noticed I've done quite a lot of terraforming here. Yeah, at the end of the last video, this area is pretty much a mess here. Although I've just realised I do need to quickly go and correct this. And yeah, now it's pretty much nicer around here, even though the grass hasn't finished spreading yet. And let's quickly fill this bit in here actually, because I was supposed to do that actually. There we go, and yeah, let's get on with this stuff then, shall we? Right, so quickly get up here, and yeah, let's get out with this then, shall we? So, by the way, this thing, it's all, just like over there, it's going to be 3 floors high. So, yeah, now, it's sort of going to be like sort of similar width, and sort of going to be the same width of that thing, but much longer as well. And there's also going to be a space here where I'm not going to build it immediately, but I could technically build like a duplicate of that house there. So yeah, basically I've got like both a central and an east and west wing, or a north and south, or a north and south wing actually. Let me work out what how big, what sort of dimension this is actually quickly. So I've got, this is actually quite awkward by the way, because actually hang on, I thought it was hold actually. Okay, never mind. So Z. So I think this is actually, east to west, I think this is going to be. I think at least. Okay, so let's say that's going to be the north wing, the west wing. Hang on, let's just quickly check that. So this is going to be the west wing there, and and when we eventually do build something there, that's going to be the east wing. Right, so let's go on this then. So I don't think we're going to be focusing too much on the walls today, unless we do use all this wood up though. So yeah, let's get on with this then, shall we? Because we need to get, because I really want to get lots done in this video. Just because in the last few videos I haven't been too productive actually. So this is basically the bottom layer pretty much completed mostly, at least from the exterior. We do need to add the glass in on the outside though. So yeah, let's make this the same height. And yeah, look at this, we can actually see my sky bridge here. Although what I am going to do, actually, I've just realised, I think a good thing to do would be to get some water, actually, just so I can easily get down without taking too much damage. Also, I just realised I had peaceful on there from before the video, so let's just quickly correct that mistake. Yeah, I often play on peaceful, though, by the way, when I'm terraforming, just because it's really irritating having a creeper come up behind you, and, yeah, especially when you're, like, flat in the area, it's really annoying having a creeper blow a hole in it. I know it's cheating though, so I don't really care if you complain. Right, so let's get going here then. Right, so got about 2 stacks left, so I think this should at least be enough for the second floor of this place. So, also, I think one thing I might do, I'm not going to do this immediately, but I think I might actually put some frames, like, basically going on that sort of surface, like, in the middle of the rooms. But I'm actually going to do it now, actually, I think. Just quickly just do that, there we go. Just do it like this, maybe, actually. Just because this can actually be a bit easier to an extent. Not always, though, obviously. Because there's always consequences of basically every action. Right, so there we go, and need to build over here as well. Also, I think we're going to need to have a column here, actually. Actually, I think this side's going to be 1 foot all floor, but I think what I am going to do anyway, just for consistency, I am actually just going to place a frame here. So we need to quickly fill some of this in here. Let's just dump a bit of dirt in here. Actually, hang on. So all of this actually is going to need to be wood then. Getting a bit confused at my own builder. Oopsies, such an idiot. Yeah, call me an idiot if you want, but I don't really care though. Right, I don't think we're going to have enough of the entire thing now I think about it, but we had to get like a decent bit done, I think. If I was being an idiot there. Right, so we need to build this bit up here. Also, I probably should have got a bit more dirt actually. That's a bit annoying. Actually, I'm going to need a bit more dirt actually now I think about it, so yeah, let's go and get some. Luckily, what I can do is I can just basically go over here, get a bit of water up here, and then boom, back in my house. Right, so I know I've got quite a lot of dirt in here, obviously from all that terraforming I was doing. I've got another junk chest here actually. I think actually this was actually from the 60th episode where basically I was basically doing quite a lot. I needed basically to get rid of all my inventory just so I didn't have to get anything in that other world. Just because I'm just going to open it up right now because I said I would do it behind the scenes video, but I didn't. The way I actually did that video was basically I started in this world, then I went over to that time machine, and then I basically stopped the video, then and went into beta 1.2 where I had that other world loaded up, and then started it again and basically tried to make it look like that I time traveled, even though of course I think everyone knew that it didn't happen. Especially considering I actually did my inventory slightly wrong when I got back. Actually, I've now realised looking back at that video. Yeah, where there was actually some dirt in my inventory that I didn't have in the other world, which was actually from, I think, me trying to get the durability just right. Just I was an idiot and just forgot to empty it out, not to remove it. Right, so let's quickly go and get this bit done here. There we go, and quickly get this bit done here. There we go, and here, there we go. Perfect. Oh, oopsies! I'm such an idiot, aren't I? Let's try and be a bit more careful on the third layer when I eventually do get around to doing that, which I don't think I will be able to completely do in this video though. But what I might be able to do, possibly, is maybe do some of the flooring in these rooms. So probably, I'm just trying to work out what the best floor plan would be. So maybe in here, I could have like a kitchen diner with a dining room table, which obviously no one will actually be able to sit at because I don't have multiplayer set up. Maybe like in this room, I could have like a little sitting room, and maybe like in that room, like I could have like an ideas room. And you get the idea, because that might be quite cool. Right, so let's quickly go and get that stuff from down here very quickly. And we just need to do the same thing over on that side. Yeah, the only problem with the living room is because I kind of like carpet in there. Yeah, I will probably need to go and get find quite a lot of sheep actually, and I haven't been finding and too much good luck with sheep actually recently. Right, so there we go. And boom, there we go. Didn't take any damage there, actually. Hey, I'm starting to turn into a pro. Right. And there we go. So, one thing that we are actually going to quickly need to do is that actually go and finish some of those columns up over here, actually. I didn't do all of them here. Right, so there we go. Let's quickly just deal with that. There we go, and boom, boom, boom. I need to do the same over here, so let's just get rid of this and just place the wood in place of it. Perfect. So also we just need to do it over here as well, just so we've got consistency. Because they really like asymmetric houses too much. Oopsies, didn't mean to do that, and boom, there we go, perfect. Right, so I think in the kitchen, one thing we actually are going to do, actually, I was going to do some of the dining room, actually, but one thing I will do, actually, right now, is I think we could actually do some of the glass. I think I've got some glass smelted somewhere. Perfect, got a full stack of it. Let's quickly just deal with this here. There we go, and over here as well. And I don't think I'm going to have enough for the entire thing, but hopefully we'll be able to get a good idea of what this thing is supposed to look like. Just need to fill some of this in here, though. Also, just realised we just accidentally wasted 2 pieces, though, so oopsies. Yeah, I think in the last video we must have run out of wood, actually. So, there we go. So the thing in the dining room, actually, I think what we're actually going to do is we're actually going to use something we haven't ever used before, actually. We're actually going to use sandstone, which was actually added in beta 1.2, but we never got around to using it. So yeah, let's just get some of that. Luckily I got quite a lot from over there. And yeah, one thing we might do, actually, is we might do a checked pattern, actually. So yeah. Yeah, and also we're going to need some stone, though. And luckily I do have quite a lot of that, though. Quickly just make some of this. Yeah, but you can't just shift click, actually, just make all you can actually make. Right, so do I have any stone here? Got 40 pieces. Hopefully that should be enough, but what I might do actually while we're here is I might just put a little bit of cobblestone in. Right. There we go. So I think I might need another shovel though, so let's quickly make one of those. Now let's make both a shovel and a pickaxe then. Right, so there we go, and there we go. Oh yeah, I don't think I needed another shovel though, because I didn't actually realise I had one there. Oh hey, at least it won't be a permanent waste of it. I probably will eventually get around to using it. So we're not going to need a door frame here, so that can go. And yeah, now all we need to do here is just dig up this entire floor then. I think we might have like the dining area around this sort of side of the room, and then we might have the kitchen at the other end. After we got past this freaking spider. Oopsies. In all honesty, that's just one reason I hate spiders so much. Right, so let's quickly just start getting rid of some of this stuff then. Trying at least get like a pattern, an example of the pattern in. Right, so, and also I probably should use iron tools, but I just don't really want to waste too much of my iron. In fact, actually, because this is painfully slow, I might actually just put some iron in. And yeah, for the first time in like ages, I might actually just use some iron tools. Especially considering that in beta 1.2, pretty much all the durability of tools increased. So previously I didn't really use iron and too much, just because I didn't waste too much of it, just because it will last, like, what, like 5 minutes. But yeah, luckily it lasts significantly longer now. And luckily I had an iron pickaxe in here, so yeah, we will use this actually. Although in all honesty, even in newer versions, like if you do intend on like doing like large amounts of terraforming, then I actually kind of would recommend you use stone tools there, except if you need, unless you need to, just because, you know, it does it fast enough, I think. And also, you know, because like often like with terraforming, you might get through like hundreds. In all honesty, it's probably not a bit of a waste of iron. In all honesty, if you are just pretty much only using iron tools. Yeah, and also that advice also doesn't apply to newer versions though. So yeah, I would recommend you take that advice if you want to. You don't have to if you don't want to though. Right, so we're getting quite a lot done here actually. Yeah, that's when you actually focus a little bit more, actually get stuff done actually. I think what we will also try and do actually in this video is we might also try and build a fridge actually, just because that's actually relatively easy, I think at least. Yeah, provided that there's no mechanics that I don't know about. Well, actually, I mean, provided there's some mechanics that I don't really fully understand. Right, so how big should we make this area then? Let's have it go, maybe like up to like here then. So yeah, let's start doing some of this stuff then, shall we? So boom, boom, boom. Yeah, then we just need to place the stone in as well. Let's quickly see what that looks like, actually. In all honesty, this pattern looks a little bit dull, but looks decent enough, I think. And, you know, it could definitely look... I could just use, like, a much worse pattern. Like, maybe I could just build, like, the entire floor out of gravel. Yeah, imagine how ugly that would look. Yeah, like, my paths are ugly enough, but eventually they will look a little bit more decent when we do eventually move forward versions. Right, so let's quickly just finish this bit off here. And yeah, there we go. So this is basically what the floor pattern is going to look like in the kitchen. So now what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to put a little bit of iron in, just so I can make an iron door. And also probably an iron block as well. So for that I think we're going to need roughly 15 pieces of iron, I think. So yeah, I think let's just take 19, just that's because, you know, too much is better than not enough. Yeah, they say, even in real life. Right, so there we go. Actually, I think that might not be quite enough, actually, so we'll put one more piece of coal in there. Right, so now what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to create a bow, actually. Yeah, and I'm not going to use that one because, you know, that's the one I actually use. Just so that we can actually make a dispenser. So yeah, let's quickly just do that. And boom boom. Right, and then I think we're going to need one piece of redstone actually, so let's go and get some redstone out. And then we're going to need to do it like this. And there we go. And you get this pretty angry looking dispenser. Just seriously, just look at him. Why does he look so angry? What does he have against me? Are you okay there, buddy? Should I put you out your misery? Yeah, I think he kind of wants that. Yeah, luckily I think in my texture pack, as far as I remember, I don't think I actually did use that angry texture. So yeah, I might actually show you that in the next video, if I remember that is. Right, so we're going to need to create an iron door here. And then we're also going to need an iron block. And we are not going to use the one upstairs, just because, you know, I kind of want... Because that's like a bit of like an iconic thing that I've had like, I think since like the single digits. Right, so 3 pieces so far. Let's actually just quickly go for a run around the block actually. Until you just wait, so we kill a bit of time. And yeah, you can actually see what my house looks like down around the back actually. So between this video and the next video, obviously one thing I'm going to need to do is get a lot of logs just so I can finish the frame off and finish the main structure off as well. Oi! No thank you, spider. I didn't even ask for you to suddenly appear. Thank you. Dealt with. I think what we are going to need to do soon, actually, is we're going to need to go to the nether, actually, and get some more pork chops. Just because, in case you don't know, actually, a pigman, until beta 1.8, rather than just dropping, like, you know, the rather useless rotten flesh, as they actually, believe it or not, drop pork chops, which are in quite a good source of food, actually. So yeah, let's quickly make an iron block here. Right, so I think we've got everything we're going to need. I think so. Also going to need a button though, and luckily I've got quite a lot of stone in here. So probably going to need a stone button here. So there we go. Even though the crafting recipe is logical as hell, because you actually had to use 2 stone rather than 1 to create it, which made no sense for the most part because it's tiny. Just seriously, how does that? Why does that need 2 stone to make it? Seriously. Right, so we're going to have the counter end roughly here. So yeah, let's have this thing here. Will this work? Hang on, does it work actually? Perfect, it works. So yeah. Although what I think I am going to do though, actually, is just so we don't actually have to see that horrible face as much. I think what we will do is we're actually going to quickly just do these blocks the other way round. So yeah, let's quickly just do it like that. And then you don't actually have to see that pretty horrible face. And does it still work? Quickly just check that. Does it work? Yes it does, thank goodness. So yeah, so between this video and the next video, I'll be getting some more wood, and hopefully in the next video, we'll be able to continue working on this, and maybe start building some of the upstairs. So yeah, definitely stay tuned for that. But for now, thank you so much for watching this video, comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in episode number 65. Bye guys.